And I think forgiveness has less to do about letting someone off of the hook and more to do with saying, I no longer want to feel responsible for protecting myself from this happening again. Because unforgiveness feels warm in that it feels like I'm never going to let this happen to me again.
Mhm.
The pain is so close to my vest that I know for sure this person won't come back into my life. And to forgive someone makes us feel like I'm going to be living vulnerably. You're going to be living without consequence, and
Yeah.
I can't move on from here. But I feel like there's something to be said about saying, I am going to trust God to protect me. I
Mm.
am forgiving you, not because you deserve it, not because it didn't hurt. I
Yeah.
am forgiving you, if we go Bible, because I've been forgiven, but also if we just come to the soul of it,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, I want to trust God to protect me and to cover me. And I trust God can take this pain, these wounds, these shattered pieces from what didn't go right, in some kind of way still turn it to good. Forgiveness has nothing to do with the other person and has everything to do, in my opinion, with trusting God with what's left. And when you really trust that God can do something with what's left, then it's easier to let the people who did it go so that you can receive the steps for your next.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's so much liberation in freeing yourself from that shackle of unforgiveness.
Yeah.
And I think in just the work that I've been doing in therapy, the work that I've been doing in just my own healing journey and being intentional and just choosing to uncomfortably show up,
Yeah.
even when it feels like it's sometimes at the most inconvenient times, excuse me, um, that liberation that I've felt, that freedom that I have felt from saying, and I think for me, what it's come across as being able to see the humanity in people.
Yeah.
And I think in my own unforgiveness, or excuse me, in my own forgiveness process, when it came to the people and those experiences that I had to, come to terms with and had to forgive, whether it was like speaking specifically to like a parental experience, I think that like when it came to the thought of, hurt and blame, I looked at it from this perspective of, well, you're this authority figure in my life. And so the fact that you made a mistake or the fact that you didn't show up for me and just casting all of this blame. But I think that the healing that I've been feeling is being able to recognize the humanity in people, even if it is someone who, you know, I should be looking at as this authority figure, or
Yeah.
in once upon a time in a different season of my life, like I expected more of. But I think to be able to see the humanity in people, no matter who it is, whether it's your best friend, your parent, your colleague, that extension of grace is helping me to heal in deeper levels than I knew that I needed.